Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. I'm wearing double Adidas. I mean, who's gonna stop me? Absolutely no one. So I enjoyed my last video so much, I have decided to make another photography one. Because I enjoyed making my last video so much, I wanted to dive back in with another photography video. Today, I wanted to challenge myself a little bit, try something a bit new, and see what we can come up with. As we know, Travis Scott, I mean, king, artistic genius, GOAT. He has some incredible photos on his Instagram. Like, it's undeniable at this point. The photos on his Instagram that stick out to me are his JACKBOYS album cover. Now, if you haven't seen them, where have you been? I don't understand if you haven't quite seen them yet, but if you haven't, I will leave them on the screen right now. I don't know how your eyes, still functioning after not being blessed. So I wanted to set myself the challenge to recreate this sort of style image using just my phone. So I wanted to show you guys exactly how I have mastered the art of editing just like Travis Scott. I hate to brag, I hate to boast, but I've absolutely nailed it. So I'm just editing this video and I completely forgot to mention that this video is inspired by a similar creator on YouTube called Stephen Womack, and he has done a very similar video to this where he edits just like Travis Scott as well. So if you haven't seen that video, I'll leave it in the description box below. He's an insane content creator, his Instagram is fire, and if you haven't checked him out, then please do. Get on with the video, no worries. All you need is your phone. Nothing more, nothing less. I mean, you need yourself, obviously, to manage the phone. Yourself, your phone, and Lightroom. That's all it is. That's all there is to it. So I wanted to show you guys exactly how you can get Travis Scott-esque images for your Instagram at home. This video is going to be in two parts. The first part, I'm going to show you the basics of exactly how you do it, and the second part, I want to actually apply it to one of my own photos and actually see what the outcome is going to be like, because I've not actually done that yet. Before we get into the video, please show your support down below and leave this video with a massive like, and subscribe if you're new around here and if you're interested in photography content. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so to start with, what you're going to need is a photo with very dark shadows. Now, this can be whatever. In the album cover, they've got some kind of bougie looking cars, and I feel like we need to recreate that ever so slightly here. So we picked out this image with 3 Lamborghinis in it. We've got a silver, a grey, and a neon green. I've chosen this one in particular because of the dark shadows and also the pop of neon, which is very similar to the album cover. So, what we're gonna do with this image, this is where it gets interesting. So I want you to open up Lightroom, and we're going to jump straight into the light section. Now, you're going to want to go onto curve, and on the RGB panel, which is just on the far left if it's not set there already, you want to take the white dot at the bottom there and just bring it up ever so slightly, just like that. And next to it, make another white dot and just bring that down to that level as well. So it should look something like that. Click done and exit out of that. So we've basically made all the shadows kind of blown out and a little bit lighter. Same sort of vibe if you were to lower the contrast. That's the kind of vibe we're looking at here. Then you're going to want to jump into effects and go into split toning, and this is basically where we'll get the sort of color and the general vibe of the image. So in highlights, you want to take it to 290 of the hue and bring that up to about 25, 26 in the saturation. So that's kind of giving it the pink highlights. And then in the shadows, you're going to want to take it to 51, around 50, and then bring that up to 26 as well. So you've got kind of like an orangey greeny vibe going on here with like the pink undertones and the highlights. It's a very interesting palette to have on an image. I really like it, and that's the sort of direction I want my Instagram feed to be going in. So Travis, you've set the bar and I'm here to meet every single second. And then next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna, still on the effects panel, we're gonna go down to grain and basically wham that right up to about 50, 55. If you really want to go ham, maybe 67. I mean, live your best life, right? So once you've set the highlights and the shadows, you're going to use the balance tool and bring that down to -22. And with the grain, you're going to up the size to about 20, 22, 25, 30 if you really want to push the boat out. And there we have it. We've got a final image, which is, I mean, dare I say, almost identical to the original. I really enjoy this sort of grainy vibe. It just makes the image seem a lot more authentic and almost like it's been taken in the moment, not really pre-planned. And also, like, nostalgia is something for people that really sells. So when there's images with lots of grain and there's lots of sort of like, almost like you've dug it out of the cupboard, people are like instantly attracted to it. And realistically, like, Travis could put a picture of his nose on his album cover and I would live for every single goddamn second of it. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna use exactly the same method and apply it to one of my photos to see what the outcome is. So we're just gonna take this basic selfie because, I mean, why not? I'm gonna use the light thing again to bring that up, bring that down. You can go a bit heavier here. Straight into effects, we've got the highlights, getting the pink tones there, and then bang, into the orange, bringing the balance down to -20, and then we're gonna whack up the grain and the size of that as well. I'm also gonna dive into color as well here and bring the tint to slightly more of a pinker tone, and maybe go back into the light and bring down the exposure just ever so slightly. And there we have it. I'm living my best Travis Scott life. Wow. I feel like I achieved that quite well. The second photo obviously isn't massively on the same vibe. Like, I mean, he didn't post a selfie and edit it. So I think if you're gonna be fully Travis, you need to kind of, I don't know, buy a Lamborghini. Do I have the money for a Lamborghini? No. We're gonna be leaving the Lambo out of this one this time. This is something I really want you guys to try at home. Let me know if this video has been helpful, or if you've learned something. I'm not a massive user of Lightroom. I don't really go on Lightroom very much. Like, when I edit my photos, I use like a very wide range of apps. So I wouldn't say I'm just like, I'm a one app wonder. I'm not. Usually I kind of spread myself across different platforms when I edit my pics, but I've actually learned quite a bit. I don't know if it's just my phone, but my phone like overheats when I go on Lightroom. Don't know why. If yours does, let me know in the comments, because I don't want to just be alone in this situation where I feel like my phone's gonna catch fire. If you have enjoyed this video, guys, then make sure you leave a massive like down below and subscribe if you're new here. If you haven't already seen my previous video where I'm taking self-portraits in quarantine, then make sure you give that one a watch as well if you're interested in this style of content. All of my social media links are in the description box below, including my Instagram. So yeah, make sure you go and check all of that out. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I will see you very, very soon for another video. Peace.